Since the 1970s, the effective paper firms have been the primary tool for identifying and managing flood risks. These maps were developed using engineering studies that evaluate the risks associated with all sources of flooding. The effective firms are used for floodplain management and flood insurance rating purposes and present the conditions at the time they were produced based on the best available information at that time. Since 1971, FEMA has used the water levels associated with the 1% annual chance flood to define flood risk. This means that there is a 1 in 100 chance that the water levels will be equaled or exceeded in any given year. The 1% annual chance flood is the standard used for floodplain management nationwide. Phase 1, the study team gathered accurate terrain and storm data using the best technology available. Light detection and ranging mapping, also known as LIDAR, helped to paint an accurate picture of the study area topography. The team used data from satellite-based global positioning systems, weather satellites, land-based meteorological stations, ocean data buoys, and hurricane forecasting data collected from specially equipped NOAA aircraft known as hurricane hunters. Skilled field reconnaissance teams verified ground conditions at representative locations. Phase 2 yielded the 1% annual chance stillwater levels. During Phase 3, the study team used detailed wave modeling to determine the 1% annual chance wave heights. Taking both sets of information, the team was able to calculate the base flood elevations, or BFEs, which are shown on the modernized maps. Within these special flood hazard areas, two types of flood insurance risk zones are shown. VE zones, or coastal high hazard areas, are zones where high-velocity wave action accompanies the storm surge and can cause severe damage to buildings. AE zones are areas that are affected by storm surge, but where wave action is diminished or absent. And for the first time, FEMA has established another area called the limit of moderate wave action that is within the AE zone. Although not as damaging as the waves expected in the VE zones, these moderate waves can still cause damage to buildings. Community rating system communities that adopt the limit of moderate wave action as a higher regulatory standard provide a benefit to their insurance policyholders by reducing flood insurance premiums. Community rating system is a voluntary program that provides incentives in the form of reduced flood insurance premiums to encourage participating communities to go beyond the minimum floodplain management requirements. The flood insurance rate maps are an important tool in determining these minimum standards. These modernized maps will more accurately reflect the flood hazards and associated flood risks. Community planners and local officials will be able to improve local planning activities. Builders and developers will have better information on where to build. Insurance, real estate, and lending professionals will have easy online access to updates that will serve their customers and community more efficiently. Homeowners and business owners will be able to make better financial decisions about protecting their properties. Once communities review the preliminary D firms, they can voluntarily adopt them for building and floodplain management purposes. Adoption of the preliminary D firms will help guide the permitting process as businesses and homeowners continue to build back safer and stronger. When the maps are finalized through the regulatory process, the D firms will become effective for flood insurance rating purposes. To learn more about your own flood risk, contact your local building official or zoning office.